I really want you guys to listen to every word I'm saying in this video and make sure you're locked in to really understand what I'm gonna explain here. So when we talk about things like every man should stay single in his 20s, when we say this, hear me out, we're talking about the majority. Yes, things might work for the minority, but not very often, especially in today's day and age, because the world's changed completely. Not just yesterday either. Like, it's been this way for a good, I'd say at least decade now, even a little bit more, I think, but it is getting worse over time as well. But the majority of men should stay single in their 20s. You should spend all your 20s dedicated to becoming the best man you could be, instead of being like these idiots who think they're winning something. All in these, a bunch of these apps, texting these girls. You want to text her, bro? Why aren't you with her? You're texting her, right? They don't understand. It's all for nothing. And do you want to do things for nothing? I don't think you do. But some guys just don't get it. And the more time you spend doing dumb shit, the more dumb shit is going to happen to you. If you look at percentage-wise, even guys who come from the best backgrounds, who have the best genetics, who have the best everything, even a lot of the time it doesn't work out for them if they date too young. The percentage of things working out when you're that young is very, very small. You have to be the minority of the minority, and then maybe it can work. But in today's day and age, you have to become the best man you could be, and you have to want to do this. That's what it has to be. And if you do not do this, you're just going to lose for longer. So the faster you dive deep into the self-improvement phase of your life, where it's balls to the walls, and even when you're on your self-improvement journey, what I've come to understand is you're going to hit these walls and these plateaus, and you're going to come down a little bit to go back up even higher. You're going to work your ass off, work your ass off, work your ass off, and then you're going to hit this wall. That's where it's time to kind of rest and recuperate. Get your mind off certain things and bounce back even stronger. I'm so mentally tough that I try to work through that wall, and I really do. Like, I really don't take the breaks I probably sometimes should. But I find that new lease of life. Even still being productive, even still doing things when I hit those walls. And I might not be at my best, probably around my worst. But then I break through. And then I become even better, even wiser, smarter, stronger. Everything. And it all works out. But as for every guy watching this video, you want to stay single, most likely in your 20s. Just put your head down, bro, and grind it out. That's what you have to do. It's not so bad if you just accept that reality Because the reality is, you might be able to get a girl, but you're not going to get the girl that you really, really want and to spend the rest of your life with. That's the boat I was on. There's many girls, pretty good looking girls that most you, I'm not going to lie, probably would not have turned down. But my standards are ridiculous, bro. I'm not going to lie. And even from what I've had in the past, like it's high standards, bro. Like, I'm not messing around. I take very seriously who was a part of my life. Very seriously. I'm not going to jump into something real quick because I think it's a good idea, because things are not going to end well, and it's not going to be me that it does not end well for. It will be somebody else. And I don't want to do that to somebody else. But a lot of people do that to somebody else, don't they? Not me. And I just know for a fact that would happen. So you have to be sure of your person. They have to meet your standards. I genuinely believe there's people made for just us. I genuinely believe that. Attraction, chemistry cannot be taught, cannot be scripted. It's something that you genuinely feel that pull towards them. They genuinely feel that pull towards you, and you come together. There might be someone that feels a huge pull towards you, but you don't feel nothing towards them. So the worst thing for guys to do is to put their focus on actually getting something serious going with a girl when they're too young. I've even done that in my early 20s. And I just got to the point where it's like, nah. And then I chose to be single for like 5 years straight. And that's the way it should be. I made mistakes. But I had to. And now I can teach. And the fact that some of you guys that are watching this might be 18, 19, 20, 21. You can learn from my mistakes. So don't think you're in a bad spot if you're single. You should be single. I was single. So many people are single. Things are only going to work for a small minority of people. I know studs, bro, who was like far better than the girls they were with, and those girls still decided to leave them. Like, people really don't know what they're doing at that age. They really don't. A very small percentage of the time will things work. But if you're a woman, these what I'm saying does not qualify for you. You want to get the best guy as young as possible. And for all my guys, you want to become the best man as young as possible. That's what you want to do. Because even if you get the girl you get the girl that you want when you're young, it's going to be very hard to keep it. It's going to be very hard to keep her if you're not the best you can be. If you're not the best you can be, there's so many other people out there that are. So that's what you have to become. The market is much more competitive than anybody ever thinks. Like, genuinely, it's competitive. The dating world is competitive. There's many things out there for myself right now. It's competitive. I'm not so quick to pick something. Like, it just, the better you become, the more pickier you get too. I'm telling you, bruh. You might have standards right now as a younger lad watching this video. Wait till you become even better. Your standards are going to just go up even higher. That's how it is. Because inherently what you deserve. You know deep down in your heart and in your spine and in your soul what you deserve. And you're not going to take nothing less. Everybody should get their worth. I think all men and women should be at their best when they want to pick their partners. And not even necessarily pick your partner and it's going to happen so quick, but like kind of put yourself out there. Get your worth. Everybody. You don't want to be half-assed and then have a partner, because that ends in divorce almost every time. There's even people that get together and then somebody improves a lot as the relationship goes on, and then they leave because they're no longer attracted to the person. That's what I did not want to happen to myself and to somebody else, because I knew I was going to get a lot better. I knew that. And I knew even if I was to get with someone when I was younger, it's going to take a lot away from me. And I had a lot to give to the world. So, you got to be very smart, bruh. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. There's so many guys, bro, even studs, where I come from. They're just too stupid. Like, literally. You can tell them all you want, but they just still don't get it. And I don't know if we should necessarily call them stupid, but it's like they are stuck in their ways, so that in itself is stupid. Being a bit arrogant and stuck in your ways like that, and not humble and not knowing what you have to do, it's a stupid move. These guys are definitely smart at certain things, but you gotta become the best, bro. You gotta become the best you can be. Everyone's value's high, bro, as long as you're working on yourself. Like, there's so many people with so much potential, but you have to have some sort of focus and discipline. Like, you have to. It's not gonna work out if you don't. Even if you get the girl, she's gonna leave. Something's gonna happen. You have to love your life as a man. You have to create your life into what you want to be. You have to be so fucking, like, good without anybody. When you get to that point, bruh, the amount of women you're gonna attract is out of this world. They're all gonna be watching you, bruh. They're all gonna be watching you, bruh. Because how many guys are really doing that? Not a lot, percentage-wise. So when you've done that, when you've been that dude, when you've been doing it for a very long time, you're so far up. Ahead on so many different levels. Probably physically, intelligence-wise, financial-wise, experience-wise, everything-wise. These are all attractive traits to females. So when you're that guy, they're all gonna watch you, bro. They all want you, bro. Become that guy, bro. You won't regret it, bro. But you will regret not doing it. You will regret being like some guys that I know where I come from. Always on these apps, texting. You texting her, bro? Hope she responds. Yeah. That ain't gonna get you the win. You're just gonna look stupid over and over and over again. And when is it gonna come a time where it's just gonna piss you off and it's like, fuck that. I'm gonna do me. Doing you is the best thing you can do. Forget about everybody else. Focus on the things you want to focus on. Develop skills that you want to develop. Become a well-rounded man, a well-rounded individual on all levels. You got all your ducks in a line. You're undeniable. And honestly, when you have that, that's when you will be happiest with yourself. And when you're happiest with yourself, now everything else falls into place. When you had this energy where you want these girls and oh my God, and you're looking like this, oh my God, and you didn't have the energy where it's like you're focused on yourself, and then you build so many things, you get all your ducks in a line. The energy shifts. These women are like sharks in the water, bro. They can smell it. They know what's in the air. They be acting all weird and different. They be watching you more at some times than other times, and they're just like sharks. They can smell that lease of life. They can smell that stuff off of you, bro. What you got going, what the rocks got cooking. They can smell it. All of a sudden, when you become successful, they get the nose like a shark. They can smell tomorrow's breakfast, boy. They can smell tomorrow's breakfast. Yeah. And that's no word of a lie. They all come at the same time. When you're on the beginning of your journey, you might be a naturally attractive guy, but you don't cut it all. So they don't care that much. Okay. But all of a sudden, all those years goes by, and you just become undeniable. You get all your ducks in a row. Now you got the mall monkey watching, bro. You're like the guy that comes home and those female pit bulls just come running up to you, bro, shaking their tail. They're just watching you in this way, bro. All of them. And you're going to pick one. That's where you want to be. No messing around. No lowering your standards. Ladies, no lowering your standards either. When you're at your best, get what you can get. And don't get complacent. I've had 60-some-year-old women come up to me in real life. This happened last summer, not all the time. This was a one-time thing, but this happened. I had a 60-some-year-old lady come up to me, because me and the guy I do a bit of carpentry work with, we were working on this house and we were painting it a little bit. We built them like this, I forget what it's called, but it's like this bungalow type thing. I don't know what it was. It wasn't a bungalow either, but I forget what it is. And we built them like a fence as well. But I remember her telling me how being complacent ruined her marriage and relationship with her man. He divorced her because she got complacent. She got addicted to alcohol. He would come home from work, laundry wouldn't be done, no food on the table. She got complacent. This woman used to be a track star in high school. Apparently used to be really good looking from what they tell me. Is she now? No. But from what she told me, from what even the couple guys I was around doing a bit of work with, and the guy that owned the house told me, apparently she used to be like a good looking lady, track star and everything. So nobody can get complacent. If you get complacent, you have to catch yourself. Because it's normal to get complacent from time to time. But it's something you have to catch yourself like immediately. You catch yourself achieving and all this kind of stuff, like you work so hard for so long. That's when you're going to get complacent the most. It happens to every successful guy I know. It happens to everybody. But then you got to get back on the horse. That's why Like in the beginning of this video that I told you guys. That's why breaks are important. But even then, like when you take a break, it's kind of complacency, right? Because you're complacent, you're taking a break. But everybody needs a break. That's what I have a hard time doing. Because that's how hungry I am. That's how bad I want a better taste of life. And that's the truth. But these times of complacency will happen to everybody. It's about being mentally strong, mentally tough, catching yourself, getting back on the gritty grind. That's what it's all about. So I hope this video is eye-opening. And you guys can take a lot from this. Life is what you make it, bruh. 100%. And if you want it bad enough in life, you will have the better things in life. You will. It will be yours. Don't settle for less. Nobody. I don't want nobody settling for less. Don't get with that lesser girl. And you girls, don't get with that lesser guy. It's not going to work out. That's the thing. There will come a time where somebody kind of kicks it into gear and they get better. Then all of a sudden, the person you're sleeping with, the person that you're with, no longer does it. That's why you become your best and then get the best. And together, you don't get complacent. You have these conversations. It's a healthy, booming relationship where you'll have attraction into your 40s, 50s, 60s, even up to 70s. You'll be the 70-year-old couple still kissing each other, still doing all that kind of stuff. Not the ones that's avoiding each other and just staying together to stay together. Because that's not the answer. And it happens a lot. And I know people it's happened to. And that it's happening to at this moment. They're very old and it's like they have a friendship now. It's not nothing to do with romance. And that's because they're complacent. And that's what will happen. You will lose attraction if you're complacent. If somebody gets complacent, they will lose attraction to you or you will lose attraction to them. So, I hope this video is eye-opening. Let's get it.